Very happy to see you, Mataji.
Same here, same here. Hare Krishna, there are people from here also. Hare
Krishna Mataji from Mumbai.
Hare Krishna.
Me and my mother.
Oh,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. People are joining in from Sydney and all over the world.
Vinita Mataji. Hare Krishna, Vinita Mataji. You can start now. Yeah. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming to today's online discourse. And it's a privilege and honor to have Her Grace Radhika Kripa Mataji here with us. She has, it's actually been my fortune that I've been very fortunate to have her association. In fact, 10 years back, when she came to Australia, she was the first one to conduct a program at my place and put, tilak for me for the very first time. So it's my honor. And today, after 10 years, I'm actually introducing her. That's very nice. And she's the disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. She travels extensively, following his instructions for preaching purposes. She's been to various countries like she's been to Canada, Japan, Pakistan, and even Australia, of course. Mm-hmm. And it's our honor to have her here today. And I think she's written books extensively. Also, she likes to connect the teachings of Sikhism and Vaishnavism. And thank you, Mataji, for giving us your time today. And I'll pass it on to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Vanita. Thank you very much, Vanita Mataji. She is, I was traveling to Australia and I just happened to meet them in a temple, in a Murugan temple, I still remember. We had two programs. The first program we had conducted and we had some time for the second program to go on, and then we went to the Murugan temple and there we saw this couple. Both of the husband wife, Vanita and her husband Shaju, they were there, and then I just happened to talk to them. I walked to them rather, and we had a nice talk there. I remember the conversation as well. So, and then we just invited them to the ISKCON temple there in Sydney, and they came over, and then the rest is history. And she's a good devotee now. She's wonderful. I hear all the times people from Sydney keep on telling me she attends all the lectures and classes. Her children are chanting and singing the shlokas. So it's wonderful to see them. So let's start the class today. Just let's have the Mangalacharan. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunamalatam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swam Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapat Kamlam Shri Gurana Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagritam Sahaganaganathvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sarabhutam Harijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanatvanscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Bhaksha Kripa Sindhu Bhayeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Nama Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all. And जैसे हम सब जान, the class is going to be in English, I believe. So we all know that today it's now it's the Karthik month going on. The most auspicious month of Karthik is going on, and Karthik is the month when we say the bhakti is in discount. The bhakti, the devotional service of Krishna, you are getting it almost as free. It's in discount, in sale. During this auspicious month, if we chant even one round, it's equal to 1,000 rounds. And what to say if it's done in the Brahma Muhurta time, it's all the more, it's priceless. It will give you the benefit that you cannot attain in thousands of births even. So this is how the Karthik month has got so many pastimes of Krishna. All the Leelas, many Leelas have been Krishna did, and Krishna is known as Leela Purushottam. Ramji is Maryada Purushottam and Krishna is Leela Purushottam. He teaches by his pastimes. He teaches us. He gives us like Arjuna, he gave the instructions in the Bhagavad Gita, we get his instructions. Every day we are doing Bhagavad Gita. We are on the 18th chapter with my group here. And we are concluding the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, one of the last shlokas, he says, Yatha itsi tatha kuru. As you wish, Arjun, now you do it. Because we are his children. He says, you are my children. And he wants us to be very mature to take our decisions. He does not enforces his decision on anybody. He does not just imposes his decision. Krishna wants us to be mature enough to use our own discretion power. He trains us like a father trains his children to live in this world and carry nice moral values. Likewise, Krishna trains us in Bhagavad Gita, through Bhagavad Gita, that we may use our discretion in the best way, the best manner, the right manner, and the most manner is that we go back to him, to Godhead. And how do we go back to him? He has given us the process. And that process is the Bhakti Yoga. So Karthik month is so auspicious that it helps us to enhance our bhakti. So our bhakti, if we really want to go back to Krishna, if we really want to never come back to this planet again, so because Krishna says you all will be suffering. He says nobody will be ever, like he will not suffer in this world. Everybody will suffer. No living entity can protect himself, be safe from suffering. He will suffer. He has to suffer in this world. This world is meant for suffering only. And little bit of happiness that comes our way, we think, oh, we are very happy. But if we want real bliss, Krishna says, if you want, you're in this planet, on this planet as well. And if you really are looking for peace and happiness, you will get it, provided you become my devotee, provided you get connected to me. Nastir buddhir yuktase na cha yuktase bhavana. He says, connect with me, be my devotee, become my devotee. So connect your intelligence to me. So here there is another Leela coming up today. Because tomorrow also we will be celebrating Bahula Ashtami, the appearance of Radha Kund. And today I was planning to take the Damodar Leela. The Damodar Leela is the most beautiful pastime of Krishna that he enacted during this month. And this is the Leela that trains us how to bind Krishna. We all want to bind Krishna. So how we can bind Krishna? Krishna is one whom nobody can bind. Not even the Srimad Bhagavatam clearly says, nobody can bind Krishna. Not even Brahma, Shiva, all the demigods, the most supreme demigod, Mahadeva, Devon ke Dev, Mahadev, Shivji, even he cannot bind Krishna. Brahmaji, he cannot bind Krishna. Nobody can bind Krishna, he says. But yet, who could bind Krishna? The full chapter comes, Mother Yashoda binds Lord Krishna. That's the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam explains that how Mother Yashoda, she roped Krishna with the mortar. How could she do it? How could Krishna give in himself? That is, he says, Bhaktya Mama Vijanati. That's only my devotees can know me. And the bhakti is the only rope with which we can tie Krishna. There is no other rope with which Krishna can be tied. So Krishna, bhakti means, Rupa Goswami says, bhakti is what? Love, devotion with love, service with love, with devotion. That's service with devotion. When we do service to Krishna with love, he is indebted to us. And that's how we can bind him. Draupadi he had to come for Draupadi. When she called him, he had to come. That's the love of the friend. They both were very close friends. So the love pulled him. So love is the only rope with which we can pull Krishna. So it says here clearly that Parikshat Maharaj is told by Shukdev Goswami, he says, this entire universe with great exalted demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Lord Indra is under the control of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yet the Supreme Personality has one transcendental attribute. He comes under the control of his devotees. This was now exhibited by Krishna in this pastime. This pastime exhibited that Krishna comes only under the control of his devotees. No other can control him. He is under the control of his devotees. This pastime, I will just narrate it. It's a very beautiful pastime. The more we listen to it, the more we speak about it, the more we fall in love with Krishna. Mother Yashoda the scenario was Mother Yashoda is sitting, she's churning butter. She's sitting in her courtyard, she's churning butter. And it's the Diwali night. And it's Amavasya night. So Diwali night, and she's churning butter. And there's the milk boiling on the stove on the other side. Now Krishna wants his mother to breastfeed him. And Yashoda sees the hot boiling milk, and that's about to fall down. So she just places Krishna on the floor and she walks towards the stove to keep the milk pot down on the ground. And here Krishna gets annoyed. Krishna is really annoyed. He gets angry. And in his anger, he breaks that matki. He breaks the pot. And when he breaks the pot, the butter, the curd and the butter, the milk, it all flows down. And he just picks up the butter and he starts eating with both of his hands. He's a tiny boy, a crawling boy at that time, just learning to walk. And he starts eating the butter and it's all smeared up on his black face. He's got a color complexion is very dark. He's got a violet color and it's all dark color complexion. And it's all smeared on his face. And he feeds the monkeys also there. They are in the courtyard there and he feeds them also. And now Mother Yashoda is angry on him. She sees Krishna behaving in such a naughty way and she picks up a stick and she runs after Krishna. She says, I am going to catch hold of you and tie you today with a mortar. And Krishna is running away from his mother. And the acharyas say it's a beautiful scene where a tiny Krishna is running and he is the one who makes others fearless. He is the one who is all pervading. And about him it says in the Bhagavatam that he is the one whom nobody can defy. He is everywhere. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the one who can make big asuras. He can kill big demons. And yet here he is running away from the fear of his mother. From the fear of the stick he is running away. So it's a beautiful scene where a small child is running. Krishna is running due to the fear of the stick. Whereas he makes others fearless. And that's how Krishna is. He is with his devotees, he acts, he reciprocates with them with their bhav. How they feel, he reciprocates with them in that bhava. That's Krishna. And here, Mother Yashoda, she is very tired from running behind him. She is after him, she's running after him, and she's very tired now. And look, she could not match the steps of a small child. She's his mother, and she could not match his steps. That's all Krishna's pastime, it's his Leela. And she gets so tired. Her ornaments, the acharyas say, even the Shukdev Goswami says here, her ornaments, they all get scattered. Her sari, it's all going here and there. She's perspiring, she's sweating, and here she's really tired now. And when Krishna sees that her mother, it says here, because of Mother Yashoda's hard labor, her whole body became covered with perspiration, and the flowers and comb were falling from her hair. When child Krishna saw his mother thus fatigued, he became merciful to her and agreed to be bound. He became merciful, and he agreed to be bound. But then what happened again is there that she is, in the meantime, she has a stick, she catches hold of a rope, and the rope goes around the tiny waist of Krishna and the mortar, but it becomes 2 fingers short. The rope becomes 2 fingers short always. She makes the rope too long. She adds on other ropes to it, making it longer and longer. But yet always it becomes 2 fingers short. And in the meantime, all the gopis, her neighbors, all the gopis and gopis, they are her neighbors. They come and peep into her courtyard. They are wondering now what is going on. And they are very happy that Krishna is being tied. So they were always reporting to Mother Yashoda that Krishna is always stealing butter from their house. And Mother Yashoda never believed them. But today they were happy. See, Mother Yashoda is herself very angry with him now. She never believed us, and now she herself is angry. So Mother Yashoda asked those gopis also, please get ropes from your houses. I want to tie him today. I want to punish him today. And they all go and get the ropes from their homes. And she ties the ropes again to make it longer and longer. But always when she tries to take it around the mortar, it becomes 2 fingers short. So the acharyas, they tell us why the rope was always 2 fingers short. Never ever it was 4 finger or 5 finger or 6 fingers short. It was always 2 fingers short. No matter how long it was made, it always became 2 fingers short. Krishna was enacting again a pastime, a Leela. Krishna was telling everybody now through this pastime, he made it clear to us that if you want to tie me, if you want to bind me, you have to put an effort on this, like Mother Yashoda. You have to run after me. You cannot catch me like that. You have to come after me with full devotion, with full determination. Yashoda had that determination at that time that she's going to catch hold of Krishna. And full determination should be there, full devotion should be there. Devotion like Krishna, Yashoda. She only took Krishna as her son. So no matter all the Gokulvasis or Brajavasis were telling her, your son has got some supernatural powers. She said, no. He is my son. She never believed that he's a god. She always took him that it's okay. All the demigods and they are all helping him, and that's all. She only took that way. But she never ever took it that he's God. She always took him as her son. She loved him as her son. She took care of him as her son. So that is how Krishna reciprocates. When we love him, awe and reverence is one thing, but the love is another thing. In awe and reverence, there might be fear, But in love, there is no fear. But then the love should be, it says, the knowledge is important. We cannot be bhavuk or sahajiyas. Our love should be according to it says the knowledge is very important of the scriptures. So Yashoda's love and devotion, and then her determination to catch him. The acharyas say the first finger denotes our love and determination for Krishna, our effort to bind Krishna, our effort to get hold of Krishna, our effort to reach out to Krishna, our faith for Krishna. That is the first finger. The second finger That is why the rope was always 2 fingers short. The first finger is our effort. The second finger denotes Krishna's mercy. Krishna Kripa. Without Krishna's Kripa, we cannot catch him. Krishna says, it's my prasadat. The prasadat means my kripa, my mercy. Without my mercy, you cannot catch me. So he says, the first finger is our effort. The second finger is his mercy. So without his mercy, we cannot catch Krishna. And this Damodar Leela, Dam means rassi, rope, and the Udar means the stomach, the waistline. And the Krishna was tied around his waistline with the motar, Damodar Leela. That's why he is known as Damodar. So we say, Radha Damodar ki jai, Yashoda Damodar ki jai. So he is the son of Yashoda, but tied with a motar with this around the rope around his waist, Dam. So waist Udar, Damodar. So this is there that Krishna is the most important person in our life. He should be the most important person in the life. Krishna loves that when we give him love and devotion. So there is a beautiful shloka here which I'm going to quote, which should be like, we should always go refer to this shloka when we do our pranam to Krishna. That is Namaha Param Kalyanaya, Namaha Pankaj Param Mangala. So he is Namaha Param Kalyana, Namaha Param Mangala. He is the one who will do Param Mangal. He is the one who will do Param Kalyana. Vasudevaya Shantanaya, Vyadunam Patte Namaha. So, O supremely auspicious, we offer our respectful obeisances unto you, who are the supreme good. O most famous descendant and controller of the Yadu dynasty, O son of Vasudev, O most peaceful, let us offer our obeisances unto your lotus feet. So let us offer our obeisances unto your lotus feet. That is Krishna. So this is our bhava. This should be our bhava. And then there is another leela behind it, this tying with the mortar. So the tying with the mortar, another leela was that the deliverance of the Nal Kuber and Manigriv, the Putra, the sons of Kubera. Kuber's sons, they were very puffed up. They were arrogant and very puffed up, highly proud people, both of them were. And there is this leela that they had been cursed by Narada and they had become trees, the Yamala Arjun tree in the courtyard of Nanda Baba. So there was this, they were again given a boon also in this curse, because the boon was that their guru Narada, that he gave the curse, but then he gave another boon also to them. That boon was that they will be delivered from this yoni, from this species of trees. By whom? By the Param, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna then himself. So Krishna will, that's what Krishna did. Krishna, when he was tied with the mortar, he dragged the mortar. He dragged the mortar between those 2 trees that were standing in the courtyard of Nanda Baba. And that those both trees, they fell down with a loud noise. And when they fell down with a loud noise, what was there in those trees were 2 young, beautiful men came out of those trees with their hands folded, and they bow down to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And Krishna in a baby form is there. And they recognized him and they bowed down to him. And then Krishna spoke to them that they have been liberated. So this is how they got the liberation, their deliverance. So Krishna has enacted so many pastimes. His pastime of killing Putana, that is the dupliciousness goes out of our hearts. Krishna is only achieved when there is no dupliciousness, when we are very straightforward, very simple, when we remain simple and sincere in our lives. We should be very simple and sincere, always truthful, always honest. Never have dupliciousness means that we look something and in the heart we are something else. But we should be the one, same. In our hearts as well as our appearance, we should be one. We should never be 2 people. We should never be with a mask. These days mask is a must, but not that corona mask. But we should not have that mask where we hide our true that identity. We may put a tilak and in our heart we may be very corrupt. No. Because our karmas are going to pay us. We should be what we are preaching. We should be that. We've got this human form only to achieve the goal of going back to Godhead. That is the only reason we got this human form. I keep on telling in my lectures that we have hired a taxi, you know. We are sitting in a taxi. Taxi is our body. Krishna has given, we have hired this taxi, and the destination of this taxi is, this material body is, that it has to reach our ultimate destination, the Godhead, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, our home in Golok Vrindavan. But in the meantime, when we look out of the windows of this taxi, we forget that. We look at the glamour of this world, we look at all the, we feel these are very nice things, a beautiful family we have, a beautiful house we have nice places to go roam around. We get enchanted by all the glamour of the world, and then we forget our real destination. So this is how we should not be. We should be looking straight forward to our destination with full determination. And outside, if we look, when we are fully involved with Krishna, when we are fully devoted to Krishna, then Krishna blesses us. That's why he says, Devi Haishi Gunmaya Mammaya Duratya. This is all my Maya. What you see outside, that is all my Maya. But then you cannot get rid of this Maya on your own. You cannot fight with this Maya. You will get enchanted. But then when you get a higher taste, the lower taste will go away. The higher taste is the taste of bhakti, the taste of devotional life. So that taste that Yashoda got, she became the mother of Krishna. Why was she given this? Because she had that higher taste in her. And Krishna agreed to be her son. He came there and she loved. And that is how Krishna can come to everybody, all of us, our lives. He can be there in our lives always. He says that in Gita. I'm there. Sarvasya chamidhi sanvishtam mata smirti jnanam aponam cha. I'm always everywhere. I'm in your heart. I'm residing in your heart. But we fail to see him. We fail to get connected to him. Why do we fail? Because we don't have the devotion and the determination. Two things are very important in life, the devotion and determination. That's why like Vanita just introduced you, she introduced me to you all, that she told about the book I've written, the Vaishnav Teachings in Sikhism. I belong to a Sikh family. And I had been listening to Granth Sahib since childhood and had the fortune to read it also. But then when I came to ISKCON, met my Guru Maharaj, and often when he used to speak Gita, quotes from Gita, it was, I don't know how it happened with me that I would remember something from the Granth Sahib and I would, on the spur of the moment, I would say, yes, it is like this, written there as well. So he said, you should pen it down. And he forced me, he ordered me that I should pen it down. And I took it upon my responsibility and I penned it down in the form of the book. And then it is there that in the Granth Sahib even it says that how should we do the bhakti? Ram japoji aise aise, Dhruv Prahlad japyo har jaise. They say chant the name of Ram and Hari like Dhruv and Prahlad did it. So the determination, the skill of devotion, from where the skill of devotion comes, when we see Prahlad and Dhruva, the examples of two exalted devotees, and look at their age, what it was, 5 and 7-year-old. They are our ideals. We at the age of maybe in 30s, 40s, 50s, our age is that. But who our ideals should be? The boys of 5 and 7-year-old. This is the skill of devotion they had. The determination they had, the love for Krishna they had. Dhruva's determination. Dhruv in itself, the word means determination. So our bhakti should be Dhruv. That is how we can bind Krishna. So in this month of Karthik, we can bind Krishna. If we take seriously the chanting, we take seriously all the steps of Navda Bhakti during this month. So Navda Bhakti tells Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. So the first thing is the Shravanam. If the Shravan is excellent, the Kirtanam will be definitely beautiful. Kirtanam is the bhajana kriya, Kirtanam is the chanting of the holy name. So if the Shravan is nice, अगर हमने अच्छा श्रवण किया है तो हमारा कीर्तन अच्छा होगा. And if we haven't done the Shravan, the listening part not nicely, then the Kirtan will not be nice. We cannot just mug up. Bhakti is nothing mugging up. Bhakti is not that we read the scriptures and just mug them up. Like in the childhood, when we were in school, we were just doing by rote, you were learning by heart, used to say. The common slang is ratification. No, just reading the shlokas or just learning them by rote will not, they are good, it's definitely good to read them, but we have to imbibe them. We have to take them to our heart and work according to them. We cannot be like the parrot readers. I've done this katha many times, where there a sannyasi in the ashram, living in a forest, he had a parrot. And he used to tell his parrot, that parrot was very dear to him. And he used to train that parrot, that he used to tell him always. And because he was fearful that someday some hunter might come and take away his parrot from him. And if he's not around, the parrot may get stuck in some net and he may take him away. So he used to train his parrot every day. He told his parrot every day that shikari aayega, the hunter will come, he'll spread the grains, he'll spread the net, he will throw the grains, but don't get entangled in the net. Take care. And the parrot was, we say it is parrot reading because the parrot is well trained in repeating what he listens. And we, as a human being, have a tendency that we sometimes become parrot readers. We'll read the Bhagavatam, we'll read the Gita, we'll read the scriptures just like a parrot did it, repeating it always, but never going behind the lines, never going in the depth of the lines. So that parrot also did the same. And one day the sannyasi thought, my parrot has learnt everything. He has learned his lesson. So he left the parrot and went out to the deeper forest to get something. But he just came back soon, and then he came back early, and then he saw that the parrot was entangled in a net, and he was singing the same thing, repeating it, that the hunter will come, he'll spread the net, he will throw the grains, and then he'll disperse the grains, the net will be spread, and don't get entangled in the net. And that's here what we are doing every day. We say the same thing, don't get entangled in the Maya, don't get entangled in the Maya. And here we are already entangled and we are speaking the same thing. So never to be discouraged. This month is the one which can really disentangle us. We can be, that's why Rup Goswami said, we can live in family life, we can have a family life, we can live among our family, we can be with them, we can be in this world, yet we can be away from this world, we can be connected to Krishna. So that is how we can, that's Yukta Vairagya. So that's what Srila Prabhupada gave, the higher taste. When we chant the holy name that is the guidance of the spiritual master. So the spiritual master plays a very, very important role in our life. Without the spiritual master's kripa, the mercy, we cannot attain Krishna. Krishna can only be attained with the mercy of Krishna, with the Guru. And Guru is only attained with the mercy of Krishna. It's such a beautiful thing that Krishna, only when he gives us mercy, his mercy, the Guru comes into our life. And that's how I met my Guru Maharaj. That's how he came into my life. And I didn't know that he was a Punjabi or he knows Granth Sahib or anything. I didn't know anything about him. I just met him, and just talking to him, it was like I was talking to my own father. And I just thought of it that yes, he is somebody who can really impress me. And it was later that I came to know everything about him. But see, this is Krishna's arrangement. It was not my arrangement. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, nothing is by chance. Everything is destined. It's under my supervision, everything is happening. But your free will plays a big role. He says, that's why he tells Arjuna, that's the free will. Yesterday I gave the lecture that was act according to the free will. So free will, Krishna trains our free will in such a way. So when something happens in our life, when some turning point comes in our life, we may go this way or that way. Only two options come to us, this way and that way. And if you go Krishna's way, I always say this is the this way. And that is there when we go towards Krishna. That is because The pious activities and the bhakti in your life was there already, and that is why Krishna attracted you. And you took a right decision at at that moment. And now Krishna helps you to meet your spiritual master. That's why it said, Ado Shraddha Tado Sadhu Sang. That Sadhu Sang is the association of the spiritual master. That is the when the spiritual master enters your life. It can be through your mentor, it can be through your Shiksha Guru that you get connected to your spiritual master. So this happens, that spiritual master is important in life, and he is directed by Krishna. There is nothing by chance. He is directed by Krishna and he reaches you. And when spiritual master reaches you, when he trains you, you get Krishna. That's how sweet the cycle is. It's really, I remember in Australia you have boomerangs. So this is there, it's a boomerang. It's there. That what karmas you have done, they have come back to you. So little bit of bhakti, little bit of shraddha we had in our lives, that Krishna takes it and he gives us back in the form of the spiritual master. That bhakti pays, it repays. And that's what Srila Prabhupada says, that devotional life means getting reinstated with connection with Krishna. Our connection with Krishna is being reconnected we are being. So that is the reconnection. So Karthik month is the best month for the reconnection period. That when we can get connected to Krishna. If we get up early in the morning in the Brahmura, just we chant the holy name. It says here that the Mangalarti chanting, after the Mangalarti, when you chant in the Brahmurta, the whole day that chanting cannot be done. It cannot be compared to that chanting. So that chanting early in the morning, that time is for Krishna. So we should always give the most important, the most valuable time, that is the Brahma Muhurta time. Because Krishna he is priceless. He is the most important. So most important time should be given to him. Because samay is one thing, the time is one thing which cannot be bought by millions of whatever you have, the millions of rupees and millions of dollars you have, you cannot buy the time. The time that has gone away will never come back. Only Krishna wants that thing from us. So that shows our determination. Sometimes people ask me that how we become determined. We become determined with the association of devotees. Because the association of devotees is the place where the bhakti regenerates. Bhakti develops in the association of devotees. It takes birthplace. It's the bhakti's birthplace. So Ado Shraddha Tado Sadhu Sang Tada Bhajan Kriya. So Bhajan Kriya is when we start it ourselves. When we chant the holy name ourselves. And then that Bhajan Kriya, it should be in such a way that we hear it also. Again the Shravanam is again back. In our chanting we should be listening to our own bhajan, own chanting of the holy name. It should not sound as if we are just doing it, repeating it without any meaning. No technical, it's not anything that is going on like mechanical. So that is the technique for the chanting. It should be heard with our ears. This is the food we cook for ourselves is in the kitchen, and then we eat it through our mouth, and then it gets digested in our stomach, and then our whole body becomes healthy. Likewise, the chanting is the food for Krishna's love, We prepare this food on our jiva, on our tongue. So when we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When we chant the holy name on our tongue, we are preparing the food that Krishna loves. And then when we prepare this food, it is eaten where? It is eaten by our ears. We eat this food with our ears. That means we have to listen the chant. Every chanting, the word we are chanting, we should listen to it. Then we eat through our ears, and where it is digested in our heart. Our heart becomes purified. So unless how you can measure your bhakti, the thermometer for bhakti I often says, it is how you can measure your bhakti. If you feel, yes, I'm changing, all the anarthas, the vices, they are going away from me. If I'm feeling less angry, I'm feeling less irritated, I'm gaining more patience, I'm gaining more compassion. So these small activities, these qualities, if you will feel, yes, they are increasing in me, they are coming to me, that means you are on the right track. You are listening, you are chanting. Your heart is becoming purified. And if these things are, you feel that these are not happening, sometimes out of humility may say, but everybody is a judge for themselves. Nobody can guess it out for us. We have to do it ourselves. We have to judge ourselves. What we do in material life, we judge others. We forget that we are full of vices, but we try to judge others. So the Gurbani says very clearly that don't judge others. Think yourself to be the most corrupt and others the best. So that is how. So it says that बुरा कोई नहीं है, आपस को जाने मंदा. You think yourself to be the most corrupt. I am the worst one. So these are so many. The Karthik month is the most beautiful month where Krishna has given. We will be celebrating the Govardhan Puja. Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, and Govardhan is non-different to Krishna himself. Govardhan has all the power to give us. The hill of Govardhan has all the power to give us what we want in this life. The bhakti. So it says, it has been mentioned in the Gurbani also, in the Granth Sahib, that he is Girivardhari. Govardhanadhari, Girivardhari. It says there, Kamal Naina Madhur Baina Kota Sang Sain Shobha Ma Yashod jise kahat hai dahi bhat khaye jiyo. Ad Sat Shri Nivas Adi Puruk Sada Tu Hi Vaheguru 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 jiyo. You are Krishna. Who is Krishna? Behind him, who's after him, who's running? That's Yashoda is running after him. Kamal Nayan, he's got the lotus-like beautiful eyes. That's what I said here. He is the Param Mangalam, he is the Param Kalyanam, Pankaj Nabhaya. He's compared with the Kamal, lotus. So it is there. Kamal Nayan, he's got the lotus eyes. Kamal Nayan, Madhur Ben, he's got the most beautiful smile. Kamal Nayan, Madhur Ben, Kota Sang Sain Shobh. He is the one out of the millions and millions. He is the most beautiful. Kota Sang Sain Shobh Ma Yashoda jise kahat hai. The mother Yashoda kahat hai dahi baat khai jiyo. Mother Yashoda is running after him with the dahi baat. So Ad Sat Shri Nivas, he is the absolute truth. Ad Sat Shri Nivas, Shri is Lakshmi. Shri is residing at his lotus feet. Shri Nivas. Adi Puruk Sada, and he is the most ancient man. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bajami. He is the Adi Purush. Ad Puruk Sada Tu Hi Vaheguru 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 Jiyo. You are the one. So this is Krishna. And Karthik is the month where we can really get Krishna. We can bind Krishna. So we need to have the effort, and the effort is put, Krishna's mercy will flow. If the effort is not right, mercy will not come. That is why Krishna said it all depends upon us. But I've seen so many people, what they say always, you also must be meeting people who say, when Krishna ki kripa hoegi, tabhi bhakti hogi. Tumhare par ho gayi hai, hamare par nahi hui hai. You have got the mercy, we have not. Because they have not put the effort. You all have put the effort. We are trying to put the effort. Though very little or more, we don't know. But we are trying to put the effort sincerely. So that sincerity, Prabhupada always said, sincerity counts. That's what Guru Maharaj repeats Prabhupada's words always. That Prabhupada said, we should transform our lust into love for Krishna. Bhakti is just transformation. Bhakti is nothing that we have to leave everything and go away. People get scared, oh, my wife will go away, my husband will go away. If the children are into Bhakti, we say, oh, he will go to the temple, he'll become a brahmachari. So it is very good if he becomes a brahmachari, but that doesn't happen with everybody. Nobody goes, nobody leaves the house, and nobody needs to leave the house. Wherever we are, we can do Bhakti. Krishna, again, with his pastime, he has revealed that. Arjun was a grasta. He never told Arjun wanted to leave the battlefield, but Krishna said, no, you have to fight. That's your duty. So do your duty at least. And moreover, I'm telling you to fight, so you should go ahead. So that is how the life is. Wherever we are, we should just take to Bhakti. Bhakti should be a part of life. Bhakti is, and Karthik, the month of Karthik, it started we all know when the Karthik started on the Purnima, Sharad Purnima, and it ends on the Purnima, that is Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday. It ends there. So I being from both the sides, it is like for me the whole month is so, it has got so much meaning. That we celebrate that Purnamashi and we celebrate the first Purnamashi also with full fervor. So how beautiful this month is in itself. Purushottam Mass is good. It comes once in 3 years. But this Krishna has really blessed us with this month coming every year. And this lockdown is actually, it's a blessing in disguise also. But in Karthik we miss the Vrindavan. Because from all over the world, everybody had a target. Let's go in Karthik to Vrindavan. If for a whole month or no, for 10 days or 5 days, any amount, everybody wants to run to Vrindavan. So at least, but we can make Vrindavan wherever we are staying. We can make that try. Krishna blesses us. Prabhupada said that I have brought Vrindavan to America. When he went to America, he said he has brought Vrindavan to America. So he gave an example to us that wherever we are, we can make our homes, Vrindavan. So this is there. I will take now question answers because it's already 1:16 here. Those who want to ask me questions, they can. Yes, Suman is conducting. Vanita, anybody? They can just take the questions.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hi, Krishna.
Okay.
Question answer in the chat box. Should I take from there, from the chat box?
I can't see any questions there yet,
Okay.
Mataji. I'm just having a look at it.
Okay. If anybody wants to ask, they can.
Yes, sure. Yeah. If anybody wants to ask any questions or have any comments, you can please do so.
Hare Krishna.
आपके दर्शन हो गए सुबह सुबह, so pleased to see you. Normally we only hear the audio, but seeing you and listening to you is we are really blessed to be associated.
That's nice.
Though I was in this line since my childhood,
Yeah.
we've been going to Vrindavan every month, following all the norms and everything since childhood and more after marriage also.
Mm-hmm.
But what change you have brought in my spiritual path, I would say, is beyond any words. I sincerely have no words to express. You got my level from this to in fact this, because I was already following. I was chanting since my childhood. We did not have onion and garlic after our marriage. I mean, me after our marriage, my family didn't had earlier only.
Mm-hmm.
But sincere thanks to you, genuinely. And I'm sure हमारे जैसे कितने ही और लोग हैं जो आपसे associate होके I'm sure they have changed their life. And इतने depressing माहौल और इतना low माहौल. In fact, I wanted to request you one more thing. I was reading, even there are a lot of people who are very low in their feelings and they are going into depressions and because they don't know what actual truth of life is. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking if there's another special class for those kind of youngsters, focusing on this aspect that why they are into depression is because they are not spiritually connected towards Krishna.
Yeah.
And they don't know the reality of life and their whole motive is only materialistic world and materialistic desires. So I think that can really help a lot of youngsters.
Yes.
Who are in their teens or they've gone beyond their teens age, but they don't know the facts of life because the parents also don't know.
Yeah. Actually, depression means when there is no impression of Krishna in your life. So that is depression, when there is no impression of Krishna.
I was hearing Amir Khan's daughter expressing her, feeling of depression which she is going through. That's how it clicked to me that I would request you if you can,
yeah, we'll take that.
Because I'm sure a lot of people would benefit from it.
Yeah.
Knowing डिप्रेशन में क्यों चले जाते हैं? वैसे तो हम तो समझ जाते हैं आपके लेक्चर से, because we listen to you every day.
But
So,
I've given that in the YouTube. There is that success, failure, and suicide, where success and then the failure comes and they can't handle. When you can't handle a failure, when you can't handle a failure, then people go for drastic steps. So, any question for today's class? Anybody wants to ask anything about?
Hare Krishna Mataji. This is Umesh from Sydney. Very nice and wonderful class, Mataji. We were longing for this class for a long, long time.
Thank you.
And we really appreciate you spared some time today.
Thank you so much.
I have a very small question. Mataji, you mentioned that we should not judge people.
Yes.
We rather should judge ourselves.
That's right.
So, in practice, like, when you judge yourself, you always say, I'm right.
That's right.
That's
we are the
most
best.
of the people do.
Yes.
So, what is the best way to actually judge yourself without being saying that I'm right?
That never ever think ourselves to be we are never perfect. Never ever think that we are right. The first thing is that we should handle this, either the success or the failure that ever comes to our life, we take it as ki I'm perfect. I did my everything. I put all. Abhi bhi, jab bhi, when we are in bhakti also, what we say, that other person is wrong. I am doing my 16 rounds. I am doing this. I am doing that. I go to the temple. I go for the Mangala Aarti. And yet, how can somebody say something like that for me? But that is how we have been. Humility comes when we take it that I still lack something. I am not perfect. I am lacking. It says in even the Granth Sahib and the Bhagavatam and the Gita, it says that criticism. We should take criticism in a healthy way. In our psychological classes also we have heard this thing. That criticism, and in the Shastras, when we go to the Shastras, it's clearly mentioned. Those who criticize us, they are actually washing away our sins. This is written in the Granth Sahib also. Those who criticize us, those who criticize a devotee especially, those who are chanting the holy name, if they are being criticized, and they are sincere but they are being criticized, so they should be happy for it. That their sins are being washed. And the person who is criticizing, he is really losing his punyas. He will lose his bhakti ultimately. That is Vaishnava Aparad, we call it. So this is there that we should be our best judges, that I am lacking in everything. But if I should be sincere in that. In actually knowing myself, we should be very sincere. I often tell in my groups that before sleeping, what we should do is, we should write the 5 good things I did today and 5 things which I should not be doing but I did it. Either by mistake or either how I did it. I don't know. But they were not good. Like you spoke bad words to somebody, you did not speak nicely about somebody, or you hurt somebody. You should write it down. Then you can really improvise on that. Yes. And every day when we are writing, we will improvise. Or not writing, even if you just recollect before sleeping. That why did I, the other day, my 3-year-old granddaughter, I just, it was not a scolding even, I was just correcting her. But the small child thinks that it's scolding, and she's telling her mother, Dadi, she scolded me today. She scolded. Then I said, I'm sorry if I scolded you, Arika. I'm very sorry. So she said, it's okay, Dadi. So I said, I felt nice that if she was hurt by my words, that I said sorry to her. This is how that the child, even to a child also, it can be that I was correcting her, but she took it as a scolding. So it is how we should be doing it, that we should judge ourselves before being a lawyer for ourselves. Don't justify because we become judge of others and lawyers for ourselves. But we have to reverse it. We have to become judge for ourselves. And we should really see the good things. That's what Guru Maharaj always told me. That you should see only the good things in the others. At least he is a devotee. If he is doing something wrong, just tell about this to the administrative level, because you cannot correct him on your own. So administration can correct him if he is connected to that. I'm just giving an example. So best thing is, but you see the goodness in him. Yes, he is a devotee, he's chanting, he's doing this good. So when we see the goodness in him and we appreciate it, he will rectify himself. He will get guilty himself and rectify. So we have to be the best judges for ourselves and lawyers for others. That's it.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I have a question.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Radhika ji.
Hare Krishna.
My granddaughter wanted to wish you. Both of them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
He is your follower, the youngest follower of you.
Yeah, she
Both
is.
of them.
Hari bol.
Can you see
Mataji,
them?
Yes. Any questions?
जीवन में जब ओवर पावर करती है तो what should we do?
What is the question?
जीवन में जब कभी माया ओवर पावर कर जाती है कंट्रोल करते करते भी
There is only
क्या
one
करना
answer.
चाहिए?
If Maya takes over, Maya is taking over everybody. It's not only that, it's at every step it is there. That's why Krishna said, you need me, every moment you need me. No moment should be left where Krishna is not with us. But Krishna is with us only if we want him with us and we put an effort for that. Effort is important. Maya on its own will never go away. We cannot fight Maya. That's what Krishna made it very clear. Bhagwan ne ye clear kar diya hai, you cannot fight with Maya on your own. So that's why he said, you need me all the time. But how we will get him, that is there, that when we put an effort. That is why today's class was there, that Karthik Month and the binding with Krishna, how he was bound, that is there, the effort has to be put. Unless we put an effort, Krishna cannot be, he will never be bound. We cannot bind him. So we have to put an effort. Arjun put an effort. Draupadi put an effort. So this is there, their efforts is there. Yashoda put an effort. Even Devaki and Vasudev, they wanted him as a son. So they had to do tapasya for thousands of years. So how can we think that we can bind him? It is just by the mercy of the Guru if we chant the holy name. That's what the Karthik Month is. Like we have those demonic qualities in us, We are full of, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that he came, Krishna took this form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only for us. That's the most compassionate form, where he turned the demons into devotees. Krishna, though he came, he killed all the demons. He was very ruthless. Krishna was very ruthless. He killed all the demons. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most compassionate. When he came, he transformed the demons into devotees. So we become demonic because of the Maya power overpowers us. We have those demonic qualities come in us. And we can become devotee with the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it very simple for us. Just chanting the holy name will bring the transformation. You can keep Maya away by just chanting the holy name. And the most merciful was Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada simplified it for us. That if you chant only 16 rounds also every day, early in the morning, the 2 hours if you will give Krishna sincerely, the 22 hours, he said, I guarantee that Krishna will remain with you. You will have Krishna along with you every moment. So to fight with Maya, we need Krishna every moment with us. And every moment is a testing moment. And during these Corona times, it's all the more testing for everybody. Because Abhi, I was talking to somebody and then we were having a video call. So my internet is... So there is the video call, we were talking and then we were saying that Corona time is like doctors say 14 days quarantine. So I said it is a Banvas, 14-year exile. Ramji was there and Corona has given a 14-day introspection time to everybody. Like my son, he is in isolation at the moment. He's counting the days. Doctor has said like it's the 10th day today, you're out of danger. Everything is done. But minimum 14 days you have to remain inside the room and then you will come out with a mask. And I said he is counting every moment now. So we were taking every moment for granted, Every day was for granted. Every moment we took it for granted. Now he's counting every single moment on his fingertips. Then when will I go out of the room? He's imprisoned there. So this is how Maya is there. Krishna has given us time for introspection now. For the 14 days, go for introspection. So we should be actually... Krishna is there for us, always he is there for us with the mercy of the Guru, Srila Prabhupada, the Shiksha Guru and the Diksha Guru if we have. So we should be aspiring from a Diksha Guru if we don't have one. But then it is there, the Srila Prabhupada has shot the mercy, that how we can defy Maya. Only by chanting 16 rounds, following the 4 regulative principles, and offering Bhoga to Krishna, eating only Krishna Prasadam, we defy Maya. And Maya feels happy when when she's defeated, because she wants us to go into the shelter of Krishna. She herself is Dasi of Krishna. She is the servant to Krishna. So she's Krishna's servant, and we cannot defeat her because she will listen to her owner. She's employer. She's employed by Krishna. And when Krishna will tell her, go away, don't disturb this devotee, don't disturb her, then the Maya goes away. Then Maya does not trouble. So this is there. The Maya will always overpower us. It is there. Maya is very empowered. It's because it's empowered by Krishna. But Krishna says that if you become a devotee, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati, only my devotees know me. And then I bless my devotees. They can fight with Maya. They become fearless. That's why Krishna makes his devotees fearless. Today's Katha was there that he was fearful of his own mother, whereas he makes others fearless. He says, the first thing in bhakti, what I give when you come to me, when you are very sincere, I make you fearless. That is what Prabhupada became. He was fearless. He went to America at the age of 70, ripened old age, 69 plus. He went to America. And then he is, at this age, he traveled later on till he left this world. When he left this planet, he had already done 14 rounds of the world tour. That's so difficult. Every moment he was traveling, he was writing books, he was translating books, he was traveling, he was writing letters to his disciples, communicating with them. There were no emails at that time. And look at the network he had, like giving letters to, writing so many hundreds of letters he wrote every day. There were, like, it says, thousands of letters were written during his time. Look at his communication skill. Today we look for those skills with internet and computer and WhatsApp we have. But then at that time Prabhupada did it and showed it. That's a magic. That's really a magic. So that is there. Maya will always trouble us. It's her job. She's on her job. The job given by Krishna. Hari Bol. So we end the class. Hare Krishna.
This will be the last question.
Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Someone is asking Shravanam Prabhuji. He's saying that is there any pastime related to the Lila method in Shri Guru Granth Sahib?
Granth Sahib, I just repeated that, no? When it says Mother Yashoda runs after Krishna, Kamala Nayana Madhur Bayana Kota Sangha Saina Shobh, Ma Yashoda jise kahat hai dahi bhat khai jiyo. It's there, it's narrated everything about him. It says there, Priya Sahita Vihar Kyo. Even the Radharani's name has not been taken directly, but said that the Priya, he is with his Priya, his beloved. That's again, like Srimad Bhagavatam, Radha mentioned directly, it's the same thing has been even written there like that. The same respect has been shown the same. So we end the class here. The time is 1 hour.
Mataji, can I just ask one very small question, please?
Yes. You have to take the permission from the host. I have no problem. Yes.
I just wanted to ask, we know that we should not ask anything from Krishna. We are just devoting our time and we are, our heart and soul to him, and we just chant him. So personally, I don't ask for anything or materialistic things for myself or for anybody. But if we ask for the well-being of the family, if I know that in the family there is somebody not happy, or there's some, issue with the family, not my immediate family, but like my, somebody in the relatives or something. So would that be considered as I'm asking something to Krishna, or I don't know what to ask about that?
No, it's okay. Because Krishna says, I am your father, I am your mother, I am your brother, I am your sister, I am your friend. So it's just that be merciful to us, Krishna. That's it. Keep us always, like when we pray to Krishna, that is there, he understands everything. He's sitting in his heart, in our hearts. He knows everything, what we want from him. Gurbani says, bin bole sab kich janada, kis aage kije ardas. Without speaking even, that's why he said, I'm seated in your heart. He finished, in one word, he finished everything. He said, I'm seated in your heart. And everything, every thought comes from heart. For the well-being of the family, for everything, it's there. So if we speak to him, it's nothing wrong in that. It's okay. So it's there. Bin bole sab kuch janda kis aage kije ardas. Without speaking even, he knows everything. So why we repeat the words even? He knows all what we need. We are seeking his blessings all the time. That just bless us. Yeah, that's it. Hare Krishna. So we end the class here. Thank you very much. And I really
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank
for
you.
the wonderful description of the Damodar Leela today, and we appreciate
Hare
it.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Vanita. Thank you, Suman Pathak. Suman
Thank you,
organized
Mataji.
it.
And great Radhika Kripa Mataji ki jai.
Oh, it's Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Damodar
Guru Maharaj
Leela ki jai. Karthik Month ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki
ki
jai.
jai. All glories to Srila
Thank you,
Prabhupada.
everyone,
Thank you.
for attending today's online discourse, and the recording of this class can be found on Facebook and on our Hare Krishna Vaman Kshetra WhatsApp group. Thank you, Mataji, and hopefully
Thank
we
you.
have many such opportunities to have your association in the future.
Same here. Same here. I would look forward to be with you all again. Thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to you all. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Karthik Mas